fly in my country, because even though that's a Catholic area, the Bogside, it's still our country, you know what I mean? And nothing makes any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. And my message to the dissidents is you're letting your own community down. You know, you're failing your people for your own personal end gains of hatred, which I believe. You should be trying to bring the communities together. You should be addressing what's going on in England. Let me tell you, dissidents, okay, it wasn't Christians that essayed hundreds of thousands of children in England, okay, and maybe up to 1 million that the figure might be of women and children who have been infected by foreigners coming into the country. Now, if you think the people that you are bringing in to your areas and quite happily welcoming these Palestinians in, if you honestly believe that for some reason they're going to act differently, then you need your head looked at. You need to forget about all this madness from the past and start looking at the future. We're Protestants. This is our life. The bonfires is everything we know. You've got the hunger strike, you've got the Easter uprising. We respect all that. We've got no problem with that. You know, we're not coming into your areas and causing any problems, but yet you are doing it to us. And it makes me wonder what the motives are, what your true motives are. And this, like I say, I'm reaching out the hand of friendship. This isn't a hand, I'm not being an enemy or being hateful here. I'm trying to understand the psychology of what you are doing to your own communities and what you could possibly be doing in the future, because things aren't going to end well for none of us. There's no two ways about it. And you know, we've got the receipts. We can go back in history and look over and over and over again of the consequences of being so kind and welcoming. And the problem, like I say, about there is really good Muslims out there, of course there is. And you know, we were just speaking to a South African guy there. We've got no problem with refugees and all the rest of it. But guys, there's Catholics around the world being persecuted because they're Catholics. Roman Catholics are being persecuted. Protestants and Roman Catholics are being beheaded in Africa and in Iraq and in Syria. And you're concentrating on Islam. I don't know. You're letting yourselves down, you're letting the community down, and we need to start having these discussions. Protestants and Catholics need to start talking to each other and start sorting out the future of our children. I've got a 7-month-old girl, okay? That's why I'm here. I'm here trying to make sure this country is a safe place for my child, because England isn't a safe place for any children right now. Scotland isn't faring too well neither because of what the SNP have done, and now we've got Sinn Féin, and they're all birds of the same father. 110%. They're all pushing this irregular immigration, pushing it even though they know there's problems that come with it, the crime that comes with it, the culture clashes, people having to, eventually we won't be able to walk our dogs in certain areas. Every butcher you go into the animals will have to be slaughtered by halal, without being stunned like we do. And then we're going to have your religious studies, Roman Catholic and Protestants, being pushed out of schools. You're going to lose your Christmas, you're going to lose your Easter, and eventually you're going to lose your Easter parades, you're going to lose all your hunger striker stuff, you're going to lose everything that you know and fought for in the last 60, 50 years. And if you think for 1 minute that's not going to change, that you're in control, please believe me, you're not going to be here forever. Yous are probably all Generation X, the ones that are controlling all this. And eventually, very soon, yous are going to be gone. And what do you think's going to happen when us with the voices are gone? Because our kids won't have a voice by the time yous are finished.